Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Holy Quran translation and commentary by Abdullah Yusuf Ali, published by the Islamic Propagation Center International in Durban, South Africa. And we're busy with chapter number 9, Surah Al-An'am. Chapter number 6. Excuse me. Chapter number 6, Surah Al-An'am, part number 9. Chapter 6, part number 9. It is he who produces gardens with trellises and without, and dates and tilth with produce of all kinds, and olives and pomegranates, similar in kind and different in variety. Eat of their fruit in their season, but render the dues that are proper on the day that the harvest is gathered. But waste not by excess, for God loveth not the wasters. Of the cattle are some for burden, and some for meat. Eat what God hath provided for you, and follow not the footsteps of Satan, for he is to you an avowed enemy. Take 8 head of cattle in 4 pairs, of sheep a pair, and of the goats a pair. Say, hath he forbidden the 2 males, or the 2 females, or the young which the wombs of the 2 females enclose? Tell me with knowledge, if you are truthful. Of camels a pair, and of oxen a pair. Say, hath he forbidden the 2 males, or the 2 females, or the young which the wombs of the 2 females enclose? Were you present when God ordered you such a thing? But who doth more wrong than one who invents a lie against God, to lead astray men without knowledge? For God guides not people who do wrong. Say, I find not in the message received by me by inspiration any meat forbidden to be eaten by one who wishes to eat it, unless it be dead meat, or blood poured forth, or the flesh of swine, for it is an abomination, or what is impious meat on which a name has been invoked other than God's, other than Allah's name. But even so, if a person is forced by necessity, without willful disobedience, nor transgressing due limits, thy Lord is oft forgiving, most merciful. For those who followed the Jewish law, we forbade every animal with undivided hoof, and we forbade them the fat of the ox and the sheep, except what adheres to their backs or their entrails, or is mixed up with a bone. This in recompense for their willful disobedience, for we are true in our ordinances. If they accuse thee of falsehood, say, your Lord is full of mercy, all-embracing, but from people in guilt never will his wrath be turned back. Those who give partners to God will say, if God had wished, we should not have given partners to him, nor would our fathers, nor should we have had any taboos. So did the ancestors argue falsely until they tasted of our wrath. Say, have you any certain knowledge? If so, produce it before us. You follow nothing but conjecture. You do nothing but lie. Say, with God is the argument that reaches home. If it had been his will, he could indeed have guided you all. Say, bring forward your witnesses to prove that God did forbid so and so. If they bring such witnesses, be not thou amongst them, nor follow thou the vain desires of such as treat our signs as falsehoods, and such as believe not in the hereafter, for they hold others as equal with their guardian Lord. Now let's look at the last section up to 165 to the end of this chapter. God's commands are not irrational taboos, but based on the moral law and comfortable to reason. His way is the straight way, Siratul Mustaqim, of justice and truth. In unity and faith must we dedicate all our life to his service, and he is alone to whom we shall return. Say, come, I will rehearse what God hath dearly prohibited you from. Join not anything as equal with him. Be good to your parents. Kill not your children on a plea of want. We provide sustenance for you and for them. Come not near, come not nigh to shameful deeds, whether open or secret. Take not life which God has made sacred, except by way of justice and law. Thus does he command you, that you may learn wisdom. And come not near to the orphan's property, except to improve it, until he attains the age of full strength. Give measure and weight with full justice. No burden to be placed on any soul but that which it can bear. Whenever you speak, speak justly. Even if a near relative is concerned, and fulfill the covenant of God, thus does he command you, that you may remember. Verily, this is my way, leading straight. Follow it. Follow not other paths. They will scatter you about from this great path. Thus does he command you, that you may be righteous. Moreover, we gave Moses the book, completing our favor to those who would do right, and explaining all things in detail, and a guide and a mercy, that they might believe in the meeting with their Lord. Join me in the next episode, where we'll come to the end of this chapter, inshallah, by the grace and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is part number 10. So the last section of this chapter, chapter 6, part number 10. Please remember to share this with others. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.